Okay, so what I have here is I'm hoping to make what's going to be a very cool video for you guys. And the program I have here is PokerStove, and you can get this at www.pokerstove.com. It's a free program. Traditionally, what people have used this for is to determine hot-cold equity. And what hot-cold equity is just how often, on average, a hand is best against another hand or a range of hands once the money stops going in. And so what you can do, and what can be handy for, say, in a situation like no limit, say your opponent pushes, and you assume that he has to have queens or better. And then you can say you have ace king off, and you can kind of just determine what your expectation is against his range, and try and figure out whether or not you're getting the right price to call. The problem with using hot cold equity to determine other things when post-flop play gets involved is, even though, say, if that hand goes all in, you'd be good 33% of the time. Say you're playing limit hold'em and you're in a different situation and you're not going all in. What will happen is hot cold equity doesn't really mean too much because most of the money goes in post flop. So in the sense of what's going to be the best hand, there's going to be a lot of situations where even though you have the most equity, you may not be making particular plays, and it's not a very good tool for breaking down hands. So what I'm going to show you guys today is how to use PokerStove to determine how often your opponents have particular hands on particular flops based on their range. And I'm going to show you how to use that to quickly solve poker hands. And the reason this is going to be a really valuable thing is what people have kind of shown to date in poker books, like many 2+2 publications and stuff like that, is how to solve hands when you know, or based on assuming your opponent has one particular hand. And so people have shown how to solve and find your equity. And if you wanted to, you could break it all down and try and figure out what the expectation of all your actions would be against a particular hand. And the reason that's not too useful either is because you never really know when you're playing poker what exact hand your opponent has. What you will usually know is there's going to be a range of hands that your opponent can have, and so what I'm going to show you to kind of get some grounding is to how to quickly find out how often they have particular hands based on their range. And once you know how often they have a particular strength of hand, or maybe one particular sort of pair or something like that, it becomes much easier and becomes much more accurate to break down hands based on that information. So the first example I'm going to give you guys here is just to kind of find out how often your opponent has a particular hand or better. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pick a flop. I'm going to say a queen 6 deuce flop. And to fill this in, to kind of get it so I can get a river hot cold equity calculation, is I'm just going to pair the board once and do this. And it won't make a difference because I'm just going to try and find out how often my opponent has ace high or better. So it doesn't matter